listen up. Right now, you're walking around like a human doormat, and everybody knows it. You smile when you should be stone-faced. You apologize when you've done nothing wrong. You're handing out your power like free samples at Costco, and the world is eating you alive for it. But here's the brutal truth nobody's gonna tell you. The same psychological tricks that make people fear mob bosses, respect CEOs, and worship legends. You can learn them. Today, we're not doing some weak self-help BS. We're doing surgery on your personality. And once you cross this line, there's no going back. You're way too accessible, bro. Too readable. Too desperate to please everybody around you. You walk into a room and your whole vibe is screaming, "Please like me. Please validate me." Your body language is basically begging for approval. You're out here smiling when nothing's even remotely funny. You're nodding along like a bobblehead when you straight up disagree with what's being said. You fill every second of silence with nervous chatter because the weight of quiet makes you feel like you're shrinking, like you're invisible. And here's the thing, the world sees all of this. People can smell it on you like cheap cologne. Real talk, people are predators by nature. They don't gotta be evil to sniff out weakness. They just gotta be human. When they sense that you're out here craving their validation like a junkie needs a fix, they instinctively lose all respect for you. It's automatic. They put you in a box real quick. The box labeled nice guy. The box labeled safe person. The box labeled the guy we can walk all over. And once you're stuffed in that box, you're harmless. You're neutered. And harmless dudes, they get ignored. They get forgotten. But check this out. There's a completely different kind of presence you can have. A presence that doesn't beg for attention, but somehow commands the entire room. A confidence so absolute, so heavy, so intense that it actually terrifies people. Not because it's violent or aggressive, but because it's unrecognizable to them. It's foreign. It's the confidence of a man who has zero need for the tribe's approval, because he's already built his own empire. He's already his own king. Machiavelli knew this secret back in the day. He whispered it to princes and kings in the shadows of those Italian courts. He understood that to truly rule, you must not seek to be loved. Love is fickle, man. Love is given by choice, and it can be taken away just as easily. But fear, respect born of awe, that's a chain that nobody breaks. That's permanent. Today, we're not talking about self-esteem. We're not talking about thinking positive thoughts or looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're amazing. Nah, forget all that surface-level garbage. We're performing an autopsy on your current personality. We're cutting out the weak tissue, the pathetic habits, the submissive behaviors, and we're stitching in the mindset of a ruler. The mindset of someone who moves pieces instead of being moved. You're about to learn how to become psychologically terrifying. But I'm warning you right now, once you cross this line, you cannot go back. You can't unsee what you're about to see. You can't unlearn what you're about to learn. People will treat you differently. The warmth of being one of the guys, that cozy feeling of being part of the crew, it'll vanish. It'll be replaced by the cold distance of respect. If you prefer the comfort of being overlooked, of flying under the radar, then bounce now. Click off this video. Go back to your comfortable mediocrity. But if you're ready to be the one who moves the pieces, instead of being the one getting moved around like a pawn, if you're ready to stop being a background character in your own life, then listen closely. Pay attention. This is the incomplete loop. The reason you feel weak isn't because you lack strength. It's not because you're not smart enough or talented enough. It's because you're leaking power. You're bleeding authority in 7 distinct ways every single day, and you don't even realize it. Stop the bleeding, and the pressure builds. When that pressure builds up, you become a force. You become undeniable. Let's begin. The surgery. The first law. Kill the nice guy. You've been programmed with a massive lie. From the time you were a little kid, they told you that if you're nice, the world will be nice back. That if you're polite and respectful and play by the rules, you'll be rewarded. That if you follow all the social guidelines, you'll be safe. You'll be taken care of. Look at your life right now. Is that working out for you? Or are the people who break the rules winning? Are the people who take what they want getting ahead while you're stuck in the same place, being nice? Machiavelli wrote, "A man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily come to grief among so many who are not good." Translation: if you're playing by the rules of nice in a game where everyone else is playing for power, for control, for dominance, you will be destroyed. You will lose every single time. Being nice is a survival strategy for the weak. It's a plea for mercy. It's saying, "I won't hurt you. Please don't hurt me." It's submission before the conflict has even started. You're surrendering before the first punch is thrown. Terrifying confidence begins when you replace nice with civil. And yeah, there's a massive difference between these two things. Civility is a choice. It's a code of conduct you impose on yourself because you're disciplined, because you hold yourself to a standard. Niceness is a reflex. It's a fear-based response to avoid conflict at all costs. The man who terrifies is civil as hell. He holds the door open. He speaks calmly and clearly. He uses manners. But behind his eyes, there's a wall. There's a boundary you can't cross. He's not doing any of this stuff to get you to like him. He's doing it because he holds himself to a certain standard. And if you cross him, if you step over that line, the civility vanishes. But it doesn't turn into rage. It doesn't turn into yelling or losing control. It turns into ice, into cold calculation. When you stop trying to be liked, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is the root of psychological terror. It's what keeps people on edge. Think about the boss who's always yelling, always losing his temper. He's annoying, sure, but he's not scary. You know what he wants. He wants to vent. He wants to blow off steam. He's basically a child throwing a tantrum. Now think about the boss who never raises his voice. The one who stares at you in total silence when you make a mistake. The one who speaks softly, slowly, deliberately. The one who smiles, but his eyes don't crinkle. They stay cold and calculating. That man is terrifying. Why? Because you don't know what he's planning. You don't know where you stand with him. He's detached his emotions from the interaction. He's operating on a completely different level. To become this, you gotta stop smiling by default. I want you to observe yourself for 1 week straight. Count how many times you smile when you're not actually happy. Count how many times you laugh at a joke that isn't even funny. This is submissive signaling, bro. It's a biological signal to the alpha in the room that you're not a threat. You're telegraphing weakness. Stop it right now. Keep your face neutral. Let your eyes rest on people without rushing to reassure them that everything's cool. When you stop signaling submission, people will initially get uncomfortable. They'll ask, "Yo, are you okay? Are you mad at me?" That discomfort they're feeling, that's the shift in power. That's them realizing they can no longer read you. They can't predict your next move. You've become a closed book in a room full of open magazines. The second law, the vacuum of silence. Most people are straight up addicted to noise. They're terrified of the pause, of the gap in conversation. Watch two insecure people talk sometime. They overlap each other constantly. They interrupt. They rush to fill every single millisecond of dead air because silence feels like judgment to them. They're throwing words into the void like they're building a bridge, desperate for connection, desperate for validation. The Machiavellian mind does the exact opposite. He creates the void. He weaponizes the silence. Silence isn't empty, man. Silence is a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. When you stay silent, you create this psychological gravity well. Other people, driven by their anxiety and their desperate need to fill that space, will rush to fill the silence. They'll reveal things they didn't mean to say. They'll negotiate against themselves. They'll offer you power just to make the awkwardness stop. Here's how you weaponize this tactic. When someone asks you a question, do not answer immediately. Wait 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Look at them. Maintain eye contact. Then answer. In those 3 seconds, their brain goes into absolute overdrive. Did I offend him? Is my question stupid? What's he thinking? Why isn't he saying anything? You've destabilized their certainty before you've even said a single word. You're already in their head. When you do speak, speak slower. Fast talking is a dead giveaway of anxiety. It signals that you're afraid you'll be interrupted. It signals that you don't think your time is valuable enough to claim. Slow talking signals the opposite. It signals that you expect to be heard. It signals that you have nowhere else you'd rather be and nobody you fear. Imagine a king issuing a decree. Does he rush his words? Does he stumble over them? Hell no. He speaks like the world waits for his punctuation. If you get interrupted, here's what you do. Don't raise your voice. Don't get angry or defensive. Simply stop. Stop talking completely. Keep your eyes locked on the person who interrupted you. Let the silence hang heavy in the air. Let the entire room feel the rudeness of their interruption. Usually, they'll stumble over their words. They'll apologize. They'll trail off awkwardly. Then you continue at the exact same volume, from the exact same spot you left off. You didn't fight for the floor. You simply showed them that you own it. The third law, starve the golden calf. The golden calf is external validation. It's the idol you worship every single time you check your phone for likes. Every time you fish for a compliment. Every time you over-explain yourself to someone who doesn't even matter. You cannot have terrifying confidence if you're addicted to approval. If I can control your self-esteem by giving you a compliment, I own you. If I can destroy your whole day by tossing you an insult, I own you. You're a puppet, and your emotions are the strings I'm pulling. To terrify people, you gotta cut those strings. You gotta reach a point of emotional zero. This doesn't mean you're a robot with no feelings. It means your self-perception is an internal fortress. It's closed to the public. Nobody gets in unless you let them in. If someone calls you a genius, you think, I know what I am. If someone calls you a fool, you think, I know what I am. Neither statement moves the needle. Neither affects your internal reality. When you meet someone who doesn't need you to like them, it's disturbing. We're all used to the social barter system. I validate you, you validate me. We exchange compliments and approval like currency. When you opt out of that transaction completely, you become a glitch in the matrix. People can't categorize you. They can't figure you out. People will try harder to impress you. They'll try to provoke you just to get a reaction out of you. And this is the test. Machiavelli said, "He who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived." He also knew that whoever seeks to provoke will always find someone weak enough to react. When you're challenged, when you're insulted, your instinct is to defend yourself, to explain, to fight back, to prove them wrong. Don't. Defense implies that the attack hurt you. Explanation implies that the accuser has the authority to judge you in the first place. Instead, use the agree and amplify technique, or the bored stare. If someone says, man, you're arrogant. The insecure guy argues back, no, I'm not arrogant. I'm just confident. You don't understand. The dangerous man simply says, I've been called worse by better people. Or he just says, okay, and goes back to work. By refusing to defend yourself, you render their weapon completely useless. You show them that their opinion of you has zero currency in your world. It's worthless. There's nothing more terrifying to a narcissist or a bully than a victim who's simply bored by them, who's completely unfazed. The fourth law, posture of the apex. Your mind leads your body, but your body also hacks your mind. This is a two-way street. You cannot feel like a ruler if you're curled up like a shrimp. You cannot feel dangerous if you're shrinking yourself to take up less space. Look at how you're sitting right now. Seriously, check yourself. Are your legs crossed tight? Are your shoulders hunched forward? Is your head down, staring at your phone? Expand, bro. The Machiavellian stance is open. It exposes the vital organs, chest, stomach, throat. This sounds counterintuitive, right? In a physical fight, you protect your vitals. But in social dynamics, exposing your chest and stomach signals a complete lack of fear. It signals, I'm not afraid of you. I don't need to shield myself. Take up space. Put your arm on the empty chair next to you. Spread your legs when you sit. When you stand, stand with weight balanced on both feet, fully grounded, like a tree. And the eyes are your most powerful weapon. Most people have scanning eyes. Their eyes dart around the room constantly, checking exits, checking faces, looking for threats or friends. This is prey behavior, man. A deer scans. A rabbit scans. A lion focuses. Train your eyes to move slowly and deliberately. When you look at something, really look at it. Lock on. Absorb the data. When you move your gaze, move it smoothly to the next target. Don't dart around like you're nervous. When you walk, do not deviate from your path. Have you ever walked down a hallway and done that awkward little dance with someone coming the other way? You go left, they go left. You both stumble. You apologize. You shrink. The dangerous man picks a line and walks it. He doesn't look at the other person's face. He looks past them at where he's going. Physics and psychology agree on this. The object with the most momentum wins. When you walk with absolute purpose, people will instinctively move out of your way. They'll feel the wave of your intention coming, and they'll part like the Red Sea. It's not arrogance. It's vector. You have a destination. They don't. Therefore, you win the space. The fifth law, the withdrawal of supply. We live in an economy of attention. Attention is the currency that runs everything. And the massive mistake you're making is giving your currency away for free. You're always available. You answer texts instantly. You say yes to every invite, even the ones you don't want to go to. You stay late at parties, even when you're bored out of your mind. Supply and demand, man. If you're always there, always available, your value is zero. You're common. You're abundant. Machiavelli advised the prince to be seen, but to keep his distance. Familiarity breeds contempt. If you want to terrify people with your importance, you gotta become scarce. You gotta be willing to walk away in every negotiation, in every relationship, in every single interaction. The person who's most willing to walk away holds 100% of the power. If you're afraid to lose the girl, she owns you. If you're afraid to lose the job, the boss owns you. If you're afraid to lose the friend, that friend owns you. You gotta practice the art of the exit. Leave the party while it's still fun. Leave the conversation while it's still interesting. Hang up the phone first create an incomplete loop in their minds. When you leave before they're done with you, you create hunger. They start wondering, where's he going? What's he doing? Is he meeting someone better than me? You become a mystery, and mystery is the breeding ground of both attraction and fear. Do not explain your absence. I gotta go. Why? I got things to do. That's enough. The weak man gives a full itinerary. Oh man, I gotta go feed my cat, then catch up on laundry, then meal prep for the week. Boring, mundane, human. The dangerous man just vanishes into his purpose without explanation. This applies to your emotional availability too. Don't dump your trauma on people you just met. Don't tell everyone your weaknesses and insecurities. Keep your cards close to your chest. In a world of oversharing, in a world where everyone broadcasts their entire life on social media, the man who keeps his secrets is the man who holds all the cards. The sixth law, competence, is the only real confidence. Everything we've discussed so far, posture, silence, withdrawal, these are all tactics, tools in your toolkit. But tactics without foundation are just manipulation. And eventually, manipulation collapses. People see through it. To be truly confident, to be truly terrifying, you gotta be dangerous. And I don't mean physically violent, though being physically fit definitely helps. I mean, you must be competent. You gotta be legitimately good at what you do. Machiavelli didn't just tell the prince to act like a king. He told him to study war, to study history, to understand the terrain, to actually be capable of leading. If you're incompetent, your silence isn't mysterious. It's confusing. Your staring isn't intense. It's creepy. You're just weird, not powerful. You need to build a stack of proof. Your brain isn't stupid, bro. It knows if you're a loser. You can stand in front of the mirror and say affirmations all day long, but if you haven't actually achieved anything, your brain will whisper back, "You're a liar. You're faking it." Real confidence comes from undeniable evidence of your own capability. It comes from doing hard things. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you know deep down that you can solve the problem, you don't need to panic. You don't need to freak out. The surgeon doesn't panic when the patient bleeds. He goes to work. He's calm because he's competent. He's done this 1,000 times. If you want to terrify people in the best way possible, become the best in the room at something. It could be your job. It could be your ability to listen deeply. It could be your ability to analyze a situation and see what everyone else is missing. When you speak, you gotta be right, or at least you gotta be thoughtful and well-reasoned. Machiavelli warned that a prince who relies on the advice of others is easily overthrown. You gotta have your own mind. You gotta read. You gotta think critically. You gotta challenge your own biases and assumptions. When you combine high competence with strategic silence, you become a monolith. People know that when you do speak, it's gonna be the solution. They look to you in a crisis. And that's the ultimate form of dominance. Not the one who shouts the loudest, but the one everyone looks at when the building's on fire. The seventh law, the willingness to be the villain. Here's the final hurdle, and it's the one that trips up almost everyone. You're afraid of being the bad guy. You're afraid that if you set a hard boundary, people will call you selfish. You're afraid that if you say no, people will call you rude. You're afraid that if you actually succeed and rise above them, people will call you arrogant. Let them. To be a ruler of your own life, you gotta accept that in someone else's story, you will be the villain. You can't prioritize your own life without disappointing others. It's mathematically impossible. If you work on your business, you disappoint your drinking buddies who want you to waste time with them. If you save your money, you disappoint the people who want to spend it. If you choose your self-respect, you disappoint the people who used to walk all over you. Machiavelli wrote, "It is necessary for a prince wishing to hold his own to know how to do wrong and to make use of it or not according to necessity." He's not saying be evil for no reason. He's saying be willing to be disliked for the right reasons. The terrifying man accepts his role. He doesn't try to convince the parasite that he's a good host. He just removes the parasite. When you stop fearing the label of selfish, you become free. Yo, can you help me move this weekend? Nah. Wow, you're selfish, bro. If that's how you see it. End of discussion. You don't owe the world your time. You don't owe the world your energy. You owe your potential the right conditions to grow. If protecting your peace makes you a villain in the eyes of chaotic people, then wear that black hat with pride. The moment you accept that you don't need to be the hero in everyone else's movie is the moment you become the director of your own. How to put this together. So how do you walk out your door tomorrow morning as a completely different animal? You don't do it all at once. That's not realistic. You do it by shifting the geometry of your interactions, one piece at a time. Tomorrow, walk slower, like you own the ground beneath your feet. Tomorrow, wait 3 full seconds before answering any question. Let them sit in that silence. Tomorrow, do not smile unless you genuinely feel joy. No fake smiles to make others comfortable. Tomorrow, do not apologize for taking up space. You exist. That's enough. You will feel resistance. Your inner nice guy, that servant who's been running your life for years, will scream at you. He'll say, "They hate us. We're being weird. Fix it. Make them like us again." Let him scream. Watch him die. It's gonna feel cold at first. The air around you will change. People will stop patting you on the back and start looking you in the eye. The casual banter will stop. The respect will start. You'll realize that the terror you inspire isn't fear of physical harm. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the awe of seeing a human being who is fully, unapologetically sovereign. Most people are fragmented, bro. They're pieces of their parents' expectations, pieces of their childhood trauma, pieces of what society told them to be. When they see a whole man, a unified mind that knows exactly what it wants and where it's going, it shakes them to their core. It reminds them of everything they're not. That's the power of being an outlier. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to be comfortable. You're here to become a landmark, a rigid, immovable object in a river of drifting debris. Machiavelli didn't write for the masses. He wrote for the few who had the stomach to rule, to lead, to dominate their own destiny. Do you? Confidence isn't a feeling, bro. It's a weapon. Pick it up. Use it to kill the servant inside you. Use it to protect your kingdom. Become the thing they fear so you can finally be the man you respect. If this video opened your eyes, you gotta understand something. This is only what I can show publicly. There are videos I cannot upload for everyone to see. There are aspects of dark psychology, of social manipulation, of power dynamics that I simply cannot discuss publicly on YouTube without getting censored or demonetized. The algorithm suppresses the most powerful information out there, but those videos exist behind the join button. If you're still watching right now, you're not like the others. You're different. Subscribe if you haven't already. But if you want access to what's hidden, click that join button and step into the architect level. You'll unlock exclusive, uncensored videos that dive into the deepest, darkest parts of human psychology. Most people won't join, and that's the whole point.